Guys, Kurt from Time Machine Transport. It's cold out here today in Burlington, Wisconsin. I got my wood burning stove out. So this is all the wire I pulled out of the trailer that was just spliced in all over the place. And so as I pulled my truck out of the shop so I can hook up. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys that the plug actually cleaned up pretty good. So what I would recommend, first off, if you guys, so I had cursed these butt connectors for ever since I got them, and my dumbass, instead of going and getting a proper tool out of my toolbox, I've been cursing up things. Oh, they're cheap, they're this or that, but if you use the right tool on the color yellow, blue, or red for each one of those, then they're going to work. So as you can see, I use them, but I actually took my caulk gun and I opened up, I had a couple old tubes in the shop, and you got to use silicone. So then I just dump it right down in there like so, and then they seal. And then before I leave tonight, I'm going to go ahead and hit these ends on all the butt connectors I used. So this is what we're left with. This here. These are for my backup lights on my trailer. Show you guys how I did that one day. Anyways, so I had a bunch of these connectors around the shop, and what I'm going to do is it's going to just slide right over the stud, right over the curt, okay? And then after I get them down, I'm going to silicone them to each of the studs. So there will never, well, don't say never, right, Jason Gilbert? There shouldn't be any corrosion, I mean, like serious corrosion like that was in here when I first popped this open. So that I'll show you. I'm going to put you on pause, and I'm going to go ahead. Now I already have marked what each of these studs is. So you take your plug, go like that, because that's how it's going to go back in, right? And you just turn it around. Oh, you just turn it around, and you gotta, don't be dyslexic on this. So I'm gonna have to do the reverse. Let me grab my card. All right, guys, sometimes I lost my card. I had to find it. Sometimes I surprise myself on how retarded I can be. Anyways, so as you're doing this, so this drawing, I like to do drawings, is how the plug on the tractor on your pigtail plugs into the receptacle. So now we have to find out on the left one, right one, so on and so on. So I'm going to go in the shop. I got to grab my nuts. That's what he and she said. So I can go ahead and fasten these down. Now this wire I did keep because I have splice points underneath the trailer that I mean, there was like 8 or 9 splice points underneath this trailer, so I reduced it down. So this was the one wire that I actually did utilize. There was a bunch of them in here, as you guys could see on the previous video, and then we have our ground here. So this blue and the brown are not used, but I'm just going to leave it like that. So let me grab the nuts. Let me grab my nuts, and we'll go from there. I'll put you back on pause. All right, guys, so the size of the nut is 3/8. And actually, the way I did it, so when I came over here and I actually tested all these with my test pen or my hot light, I did it exactly like that. So plugging it into the receptacle like that is actually going to be how I have it right now, actually. So if I were to take this card and plug it in like so that means that's going to be the opposite of what I am right now. So that's exactly how it's going to go on. So I'm going to go ahead and put these lugs on, and then after I'm done, like I said, I'm going to silicone everything, and I'm not going to put the receptacle in. I mean, I could, but anyways, I'm going to put you on pause and get this together. All right, guys, that's all finished. And basically, that's how you're going to be looking, just like that. So we got our running light, or our running light's up here. Here. Oh, I'm sorry. Running light here. Running light there where my thumb is. And then we have the left turn signal. We have the brake. And then we have the right turn signal. So these connectors are huge. These circle connectors. Because if you're trying to just put the wire on there, man, good luck. Good luck. So, like I said, we have a shit ton of stuff around the shop, so that's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to back my truck up. Before I silicone this down, I'm going to back the truck up and connect the pigtail. I'm going to put you guys on pause, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, I got everything pretty much hooked up, but I'm still having a problem, and I think it's this plug on this side. So the green is for the right turn signal. And what I did was, here, I'll put you back on pause. I'll show you how I had it. All right, so this is how it actually goes, like that. Now, I have it directly wired from here to the rear of the trailer. And I got everything else. I got indicators. I got brake lights. And I actually ran, it's cold out here today in Burlington. That stove is a godsend. Anyways, I'm still getting a brake light here, so I hooked this one up for that reason. I want 2 inner brake lights. The outer, I want just the running light and the blinker. This side, same thing. And that side marker is still going on. So I have that directly wired for the turn signal and the running light. But it's still getting a brake light. And that wire is right here. I have the running light is black, and the red goes over to here, and this white one goes over to here, right to the indicator. So I'm directly wired. There's no other splices in there that could be throwing it. So what I did was I disconnected that plug, and it went off, the brake light. So this plug, I don't know what it would be called, like the relay in there or something. Those little blocks right there. So on the So that's why I took it off of this lug and went to this lug right here. Thinking maybe that's the problem or whatever, but no, it happens on both of them. So as soon as I take this off, I'll show you, hold on. All right, I have the nut off. Now I'm gonna disconnect the wire. Nothing's touching. And then, I'll tell you, my eyes are too old for this shit. Have a back problem. I got a fat problem. All right, and as you can see, just the running light. Just the running light. So, because it is directly wired to this, that just tells me right there that I have running lights, but I don't have a blinker. And now it definitely won't go on because I have the wire disconnected up there. So that all this time, I mean, I'm glad I did this because this trailer was a pain in the ass. So now what I'm going to have to do is I am going to have to get a new plug. So I got to go to my trailer guy tomorrow and get a new plug or get one on Amazon. So anyways, so this is like part freaking 50 on this on these videos, but I want you guys to be able to troubleshoot this stuff, and if you're having problems, it's kind of how you troubleshoot it. So anyways, I am going to end the video here. I'll do one last video to make sure that it was the plug, which I'm 99.9% sure that it is the plug. And then I'll show you how I silicone everything down, front and back, with the wire nuts. I know, shame on me for using wire nuts, but I've done it in the past and it actually works. So I'm cleaning up and I'm getting the hell out of here. It's cold. I'm hungry. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.